Okay, so I'm going to show a reasonably quick lap of Spa Gr3 for this week's daily race on Gran Turismo. I'm going to pause it at all of the key points and explain what I do. So coming up to turn 1, famous last horse hairpin. So the trick with this I found, I don't know if this really is the trick or not, is to go all the way down to first gear just briefly, even though you can take it in second. The game is actually suggesting first gear, and the game usually underpredicts which gear you need, but yeah, I've tried taking it in second gear, which saves you a gear shift, and gear shifts in this car are very slow. But what I found is if you just flick it down into first gear as you turn in, it makes the car oversteer, and that gets you onto the apex, which is what I'm about to do. And I'm braking not at the 100-meter board on the grass, but the 100-meter board on the fence. It's very strange, they're in different places. 100 meters means different things to different people, apparently. So I'm braking at that second 100-meter board. And what I'm aiming to do is to cut onto that little piece of Astro on the inside, aiming for the Marshal, basically. You're never going to hit him, but if you aim for him, you get onto the right piece of track. And there we go. And actually, no, on my fastest lap here, I actually kept it in second gear. I'm surprised, I thought I put it into first, but apparently not. So, the legendary Eau Rouge, this is flat in this car. So, important thing is to hit the little rumble strip on the inside there, so that you can take the chicane as straight as possible, and you can see that how close I got to the grass, as close as possible, and then really straighten it out. I even touched the grass there, straight as possible line. It just gains you an extra couple of thousandths of a second, to be honest. Long straight now, and we're going up to this sequence of right, left, right corners. So I'm actually down slightly on my personal best here, but only by a few thousandths, so I carried on with the lap. And the braking zone is very simple, it's just where the rumble strip starts. It doesn't matter what car you're driving, it always seems to be where that rumble strip starts. You'll see that I kept as far to the left as possible and then sweep over to the right and aim for those bollards, but don't hit them. And I could have been tighter to them there, but I was a bit nervous because I've hit them a few times. If I'd have been a bit further over to the right, then I would have been able to take a bit more speed into the left-hander. So you can see there I had to back out of the throttle, but I want to keep over to the left now, and you just sort of ease off and then back on the accelerator. I did actually hit one of those bollards, using the rumble strip as much as possible. Now this corner, I have no idea where to brake here, but I kind of just do it by instinct. I suppose where that piece of tarmac's a different colour would be a good reference. And you just keep it on the inside, and then as soon as you feel like you can full throttle and get around the corner, you full throttle as soon as you can, because that's where the lap time comes from. Out onto the rumble strip. This corner, you've almost got no time after coming off that previous corner. You just want to be straight off the accelerator and just don't brake much. So you see there how little braking I'm using, and it just keeps the front of the car clean and keen, and out onto that rumble strip. Still not figured out the fastest way around this next corner, and I don't know the name of the corner. I think it's called Tarzan. I don't know. But there's different strategies for this corner. I've tried braking at the 50-meter board, slow in, fast out, and I've tried braking as late as I can and maybe sacrificing the exit, and I'm still playing around a little bit. So on this lap, I brake just after that 50-meter board, but you see it's just a dab of brake and then in. And then it's full throttle out to that outside apex, you just as fast as you can. Next corner, you're braking at the 50-meter board, and you want to ride the brake on the way in, try and keep it tight to the right to make this next corner as open as possible, out onto the rumble strip on the exit. And then this is where a lot of lap time's going to come from, because you're flat out from the exit of this corner all the way down to the final corner of the track. So what you want to be doing is you want to be like nipping across to where that bollard is on the right. So that's as close as I was comfortable to come to it. And then you want to judge as soon as you can get on the power. So I got on the power here and tried to ride out to this little rumble strip and then ride along it. Clip onto the inside of that rumble strip and keep to the inside, because you don't need all of the track here and you will save a little bit of time by keeping to the inside. Now I'm just driving as straight as possible. Next corner's flat out, just easy in, straight across. And I'm not really sure, again, of the braking point for this. I've been braking just like a gasp after 150. So like what I've been doing is just passing the 150 and going and then braking. Not physically going but I mean, you can kind of see there is a marking on the track where the braking's been happening because there's a lot of rubber down there on the track. So maybe that's a good reference point. You know, generally where there's rubber, that's where you should be braking. So I am braking there. I should maybe be a little bit further over to the left, I admit. And what I'm trying to do here is I want to absolutely eat this apex, which I have done, because then it opens out this one and I can get on the power as soon as I can. And there we go. And that is my 2:14.3, which is a decent time, enough to trouble the A-class leaderboard, hopefully. Probably not enough to trouble the A+ class and the elite players. I reckon if I practice a little bit more, I can get a 2:14.0 with a perfect lap. The mistakes on that lap, the places where I could improve, I need to get that long sweeping corner in the middle sector a bit better. The S's straight after that, I also need to improve. And I think I lost about a tenth of a second through the first turn, actually, because I just didn't get the car straightened up and on power quite as soon as I wanted to. So, yeah, I can definitely practice and get down to a 2:14.0, but this isn't supposed to be a perfect lap. It's just to show you guys a quick way around this track. For anyone who is trying to really get good at Gran Turismo, I hope this helps. I hope it explains some of the lines that I'm taking, and you know, the key with this is that I'm not an elite player, so these lap times are achievable for your average person at home. So I hope it helps, and good luck. I'll see you on track. Goodbye.